Hey guys, Willie and Murfitt here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the new and improved garage. So today, I'm once again working on Luke's Mini because it's broken.
I know you don't love me like you say you do.
So yeah, what a pain. I reversed it out the garage, parked on the driveway. I bled the radiator and realised that the stereo wasn't working. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to try and get it to work. Took the stereo out and the ignition live cord had come unplugged. Nice simple fix. The issue is that it took me a while to find that ignition live actual wire. But what I did find was a number of other wires that had the end stripped and they were loose. And when I tested them, the majority of those were positive. So that wasn't good. Anyway, long story short, something happened and a wire touched a piece of metal, it sparked, and now the car won't start. It cranks and there's fuel going to the car, but there's no spark. So I kind of put it down to it's fried the module on the distributor. So I've ordered another one. Hopefully that's going to be that. If it doesn't work, then we're in a bit of a predicament where I've got to then try and start chasing wires, and there's wires connected to wires connected to wires, and it's just bits taped together. It's going to be an absolute nightmare. So what I'm hoping is, simple solution, change the module, turn the key, fires into life, yes. If it doesn't, hopefully one of those positives should have been connected to something inside the dashboard, and that's the reason why it's not cranking. But there's only one way to find out. So let's try and get the car in the garage and we'll start investigating. Okay, so here we go. Luke's car is now in the garage. That step was a bit of a pain, and yeah, it's still looking absolutely great. So what I'm hoping is that at some point during this palaver, this little module on the side of the distributor broke. Now I've ordered another one, and it's arrived today. So I think they're pretty temperamental things, and if anything's to go on these distributors, it's going to be this. So it bolts on, there's a plug underneath, it bolts on, and then you plug the wires in, and then that's hopefully going to create the spark. So let's unbolt it. It looks like a screwdriver, and see how we get on. Right, you keep it like that. Really still. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yay! It's working. Fixed it. Good
Can I
girl.
still video?
Yeah? We're doing a video.
The car.
Oh yeah, you go video the car then. I'll tidy this stuff up.
And I'm going to video the lights on the roof too.
Yeah?
I'm going to video inside.
Yeah, wow. Do you like this Mini? Gotta say something, because we can't hear you. So, oh, I love this Mini.
Oh, I love this Mini.
Do you know whose it is?
No.
It belongs to Luke. Do you remember Luke?
Look.
Oh, it's okay.
Can you turn it back on?
Nope. Yeah, do you remember Luke?
No.
Because I haven't seen him for such a long time.
Next time you see him, maybe he can come round to our house.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yes, and then you can stop me when he's here, and I'll come, and then I'll come to you.
And say high five, big man. Right. Okay, so now I've got to be coming back from Clover. The engine's running, which is great. I could do with having the door open for a little while and run it with the choke up, just make sure it's running fine. I've fitted the new module for the distributor, and I started it, and it's a bit sort of like so that's the engine struggling, by the way, in case you didn't work it out. And then I fitted a second-hand coil. Now the coil is an unknown, I guess, quantity. I don't know whether it's going to last forever or last 5 minutes. So I fitted that, and the other one is now, well, it's over there, and I wrote 40 on it. So this is actually a like-for-like replacement. It's exactly the same coil, so that's now working fine. I've got these others to test should they be not working. I tried the gold one. That was a Lucas Sports coil, and that didn't work. So yeah, I sorted it out for one of the others, and it's now working fine, which is fantastic. So there's that. So on to the next jobs. I've got a list of jobs I need to do, but the door's locked. Right, next job, unlock this door and fit the seats fully, because they're having to be bolted down. I've got the bolts now. All the electrical stuff under the dashboard is now safe. I had a bit of an issue when I got the car out, and the whole reason this actually happened like this, I got the car out the garage because the electricians were coming in. I bled the radiator because I'd take the radiator to do the top arm, and I left it running fine, everything was great. I then turned the car off, but when I realised that the stereo wasn't working, I took the stereo out, and I say that was a ignition live that was loose, and there was just a load of loose wires underneath the dashboard which had the ends split from them, so they were all exposed, and a lot of them were live. So that's all now. Anything that's live has now been capped, taped off, and anything that was earthed has just now been, like, it's been capped, but it's just been left. So yeah, pretty happy with how we're going on. But let's get the seats fitted, and then I've got to get the fuel hose replaced because the stuff I bought was awful. With the fuel hose replaced, we can then do the front, do the rear, jack the cut, paint the underside, and then it's literally just the last few bits and pieces, like setting the ride height, putting the wheel arch on, setting the ride height on the driver's side, cutting down the exhaust clamps, and yeah, I'm pretty sure we're ready for an MOT. So exciting times. Let's get this seat done. So I've got the bits here to go into the inner wheel arches, but I'm going to leave that for now. Next up, I'm going to jack the car up on this side, tilt it towards the wall, and then underseal the passenger side. Okay, so the battery died as always, but because I've got electric now, the new batteries were already charged. So underneath the car then, let's got a torch on the go. Let's have a look. That's looking pretty good. So I've just cleaned off the fuel pipe, and now it's time to take off the tape. Oh, well, I'm over the moon with that. A couple of bits to touch up, but all in all, a fantastic job. Right, job done. So yeah, that's looking. So that is looking absolutely great. Love the definition between the blue and the black, all the way along. Now it's looking like this, all underneath the car now. So I'm really happy with that. I've got a couple more jobs to do underneath. First of all is chopping the excess of the exhaust studs on the middle and on the front. The rear ones actually are okay, so I'm not going to do those. And then that's, oh no, then the fuel pipe, that's it. Then I'm done underneath. I think, but there's pretty much a fuel tank of fuel in there, which is not good. So I might have to siphon the fuel out to do the job, replace the fuel pipe, or replace the fuel hose, sorry, from the bottom of the tank down to the bottom of this pipe. And yeah, then once I'm done, put the fuel back in. Nightmare, but if I don't do it now, there could potentially be catastrophic issues further down the line, which I do not want. So yeah, we're on the right track. Let's cross another thing off this list of mine. This is the list of jobs I've still got to do. Underseal, done. So yeah, grease front arms, I've done the passenger side to the driver's side. Fit the boot board, I can't do till I've done the fuel pipe. Cut the exhaust clamps, torque the wheels up, fit the front carpets, and then fit the rear arch. And then we are finished. Oh, it's been a long time coming, but we're not there just yet. So I'll leave this to dry, and I think I'll come back in the morning and do the other jobs, because I don't want to get any paint or anything on the other bits. So see you in the morning. Good morning. And what a good morning it is. The sun is shining. I'm in the garage, and we're nearing completion. So just had a quick look over the paint, and it's looking pretty good. I don't know how it's going to come out on the camera, but you can see it's looking all nice and shiny, the blue, and the black's looking pretty good as well. But look at that, blue skies. So yeah, I think we're good to call that done. There's a couple of runs in the paint, but as I say, for the fact that I am not a painter, I'm really happy with that. I think it looks really good. It's disappointing that it's a slightly different shade to the other one, but it's this stuff here was made, I think, using mixing the stuff, whereas this stuff here was rattled, and there's always going to be a slight discrepancy. But yeah, maybe it's just had a little bit more of one colour put in than the other, but it looks spot on. And with this trim on, you can't really tell the difference. It's just above this lip that I've just sprayed, which is a bit of a bad one, so I need to get the dust off it because it's settling. So yeah, that's done. I need to cut these clamps now, which that exhaust clamp is just hanging on quite low, as is the front one, so they're going to get chopped. Just been, before I got the camera on, just want to put the carpet in. So the passenger carpet is now finished. This is all, the underline is all pinned into the wheel arch, and this is adhesived. They're using the spray adhesive to the underliner. So that's good. That's now the passenger side finished. So yeah, underneath, cut the clamps, car back on the ground. Gonna get some self-tapping screws for this wheel arch. Adjust the ride height. Bring the car this way. Check the other bits. And the other thing I've noticed now is the horn is a bit intermittent, but the washers and the wipers are no longer working. So I need to look at why that is. I hate electrics, but I need to look into it. And then change the fuel pipe, and we're done. So busy day, but a few little jobs which should take up a bit time consuming. So let's just set the camera up and let's get cracking. Well, that was a bit fiddly. So this is the pipe I've just replaced, or replaced with. So it's like a textured finish on it. Now this is the one I've taken out, and you can see it's just blistered in places. At the top, it's kind of swollen. Where it's swollen, it's gone really, really squidgy. So yeah, it's not gone well, that. It's blistered and popped here, exposing all the inside of that. So I'm glad I replaced it, because that potentially could have caused a fire, and then bye-bye car. So fuel tank's back in. I'll now trim that cover, put the fuel in first, test it, provided there's no leaks. Then I'll put the spare wheel back in, the boot board's in, close the bit, that's the boot done, and on to the next. So the good news is that inside the boot and underneath the car is dry, so I'm really happy with that. I'm not happy with how dusty it is getting in there. I need to get some self-tapping screws for the rear arch, because I've only found one of them, because I thought a good place to put them was up in the gutter. And then I pressure wash the car. So they're somewhere, you know, over there maybe. So yeah, there's wheel arch, carpet on the other side. That package on the back seat needs to go in. I need to just tweak with the brake slightly and try and tweak with the clutch. I have no wipers or washers at all, so I'm suspecting that's probably a fuse. But it has a different fuse box in this, so it's all a bit here, there and everywhere. So I think what I'll do, I'll get the car out, spin it round, reverse it in, so I can do the back brakes here, and I've got the front, so I can use the sun to light the car up. So yeah, that's the plan. I think it's safe to say that those brakes don't work at all. Oh, so the handbrake adjustment has gone right the way to the top. Now, when I came to do the adjustment, when I looked underneath, the cable, it goes through like a triangle, a split. So it goes one side to the left, one side to the right, and the cable actually come off the run. So I'm hoping that, just lift it up, check the adjustment on the brakes. If I'm happy with them, I can readjust the handbrake. Hopefully that will then give me a good pedal. So, interesting. What you found? Hey, what you found? Did you find a baby in that mirror? In this one? Hiya! You like it? You want a mini for your first car? I'll start building it now. No. It might be ready in time. Hey! Good girl. Thanks for helping. I've just been for lunch, I've come back, I couldn't find the GoPro, and then I needed the jack and realised that I actually put it on the jack to film the boot liner install. So, that's all done. That's looking pretty good. I'll leave that for now. This corner's done, the wheel nuts are torqued up, arches on, the interior is all done. I've just installed that last bit of carpet, which looks great. So this is the floor mat that I use for most cars. That's just something that I can throw in and out. There's rubber underneath, so it's not going to damage anything or mark anything, and it means I don't put muddy footprints inside the car. This wheel needs to get sorted next. Jack it up, take the wheel off, grease the nipples, check all the tightness of the bolts, because the other side was obviously loose, so I'm a little bit concerned by that. The clutch has been adjusted and bled again, and that is now spot on. The bike point's about halfway up. I put the breather on as well, so in theory, under here is done. The wipers and washers weren't working, and I tested the pump, and I put a live down the pump, and the pump worked, squirted water, and whatever that did, it triggered the wipers and stuff to work. So, yeah, I don't quite understand that, but that's now working. This side is done. I think I'm just going to put the... Oh no, just going to torque... I've torqued the wheels up in that. That's what I did. Torque the wheels up, torque the wheels up. The wheel arch needs to go on, and I need to paint, I need to clean, sorry. Front wing, bonnet, front panel, rear panel, roof. Give it a full wipe down, and then we are ready for the MOT I've booked on Monday. It's now currently Thursday, so all being well, that's going to go through with flying colours. So let's get this bit done. Let's quickly just whiz it up the lane here, and make sure I can get all gears, make sure it stops, and all being well, I can park it back in the garage and relax, which obviously isn't going to happen. So yes, let's continue. Okay, so that is the end of today's video. Thank you so much for joining me, and I really hope you're enjoying the content so far. If you are new around here and haven't done so already, please consider becoming a subscriber by clicking here. And if you want to watch the next video, click up here. Leave the comments down below, and don't forget to click on the like button also. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.